Lesson 13.5, Parallelogram, Rhombus, and Trapezoid. We're going to identify parallelograms. Besides squares and rectangles, there are other four-sided figures that have their own special properties. In the figure ABCD, line segment AB is parallel to line segment DC. And also line segment AD is parallel to line segment BC. So figure ABCD is a parallelogram. And here are some other examples of parallelograms. A parallelogram is a four-sided figure in which the opposite sides are parallel. And I always laugh when I think of a parallelogram because I think of my daughter Autumn when she was in first grade learning about parallelograms, and she called them parallelograms. So I'm always so tempted to call them parallelograms, but that's not really actually true. So the measures of each pair of angles between the two parallel sides of a parallelogram have a sum of 180. So like these two sides, so here's the one parallel side, here's another parallel side. So these two angles between the two sides equal 180. So if we have one of the angles, we can figure out the others. So if we know what angle T is, we know that angle T and angle V are going to be equal. So both of those are going to be 80 degrees. And we know that for T and U, we can figure it out because we know that it's 180 degrees minus the 80 that we have for angle T. So the measure of angle U is 100 degrees. And angle S is going to be equal to angle U, which is also going to be 100 degrees. So when any one angle of a parallelogram is given, you can find all the other angles. A rhombus is a special kind of parallelogram. In the figure ABCD, AB is parallel to DC. AD is also parallel to BC, and A and B are equal to, AB is equal to DC in length, and also CD is equal to BC, and all of the sides are equal. So these are all examples of rhombuses. If it has this little line here, that means that the sides are equal. So a rhombus is a four-sided figure in which all the opposite sides are parallel and all four sides are of equal length. You can think of a rhombus as a parallelogram with four sides of equal length. So in the rhombus ABCD, the measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle C, which is equal to the measure of angle B, which is equal to the measure of angle D. The measures of opposite angles in a rhombus are always equal. The measures of each pair of angles between the parallel sides of a rhombus have a sum of 180 degrees. So you can always find the unknown angle measures in a rhombus because we know that they're all equal. So opposite angles are equal. This is 65 degrees. This is 65 degrees. This is 180 degrees minus 65, so it's 115 degrees. And this is 115 degrees. Some four-sided figures have only one pair of parallel lines. These ones are called trapezoids. So if that is a parallel line, two parallel lines across from each other, and then the other sides are not parallel, then it's called a trapezoid. And here are a few more examples of trapezoids. This shape is a trapezoid because these two are parallel, but these sides aren't. These two sides are parallel, but these two sides are not. These two sides are parallel, and these two sides are not. So a trapezoid is a four-sided figure in which only one pair of opposite sides is parallel. And you can find unknown angle measures in a trapezoid. So you'll know, like for example, if you're looking for angle C, you know that it'll be 180 minus the measure of angle B. So because these are on a line together, we've got 180 minus 130 equals 50. So angle C is 50 degrees. And if we wanted to find out what angle D was, we'd say, well, we know that angle A is 85. So we'd have 180 minus 85 equals 95. So we know that angle D is 95 degrees. So the measures of each pair of angles between the parallel sides of a trapezoid have a sum of 180. 180 degrees, I should say.